I'm reading from the book Because I Live. It's about the resurrection appearances of Jesus. And I'm going to read the words that I put into the mouth of Thomas the night that he did see Jesus a week after the resurrection. It's called Unless I See. I've been here all week, regretting my brief absence 7 days ago. I arrived just after Jesus left. I was preparing my excuse for lateness as I knocked on the door. Once the others had confirmed it was me, they let me in. And as I launched into my apology, they all began to speak at once. It was Jesus, right here. You should have been with us. We could see the nail marks in his hands and the wounds on his side. He breathed on us and told us to receive the Holy Spirit. He spoke peace over us. He gave us power to forgive sins and to withhold forgiveness. He sent us out as he'd been sent. I had to stop them. It was all too much. A cacophony of comments and recollections. Of course, I asked them to go over it all again, starting with an explanation as to how he got in through a locked door. They were clearly getting frustrated with my skepticism, especially when I pressed them to tell me what they were talking about that made him speak of peace and why he seemed to have made such a big thing of sending us out when we'd all agreed to stay locked in. I didn't understand the breathing moment either. All week I've been asking if they really did receive the Holy Spirit, and if so, why I can't see any difference. It does get a bit tense here at times. And when they get irritated with me, I bring up what they say Jesus told them about forgiving and withholding forgiveness. They get their own back by mimicking me. My words of a week ago seem imprinted in their minds. They probably remember their stunned silence. They now seem to enjoy chanting it back at me. Unless I see in his hands the print of his nails, and I put my hand into his side, I will not believe. Tonight is like any other night, sitting, waiting, wondering, sometimes bickering, then planning and postponing. The frostiness towards me has melted a little during the week. Perhaps it's because there's no more sign of Jesus. 5 sightings on the first day and then nothing. It seems to have left us all confused. I turned to Peter to try to get him to talk, as he's supposed to have seen Jesus twice, and there, standing behind him, is Jesus. I jumped to my feet. It's him. I don't need the proof. Everyone turns to see. He greets us all, then turns back to me. He tells me to put my finger into his nail prints and to reach my hand into his side. I don't want to, but he insists. I wait for the inevitable. It's not harsh, just a well-deserved challenge that pierces through my unbelief. Stop doubting and believe. A spontaneous cry comes from my lips, a genuine expression of worship. My Lord and my God! As he leaves, his words to me are strangely reassuring. Because you've seen me, you have believed. Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed. Now I'm convinced. Galilee is back on the agenda. I can't wait to see him again. But I'm at peace, knowing that believing has opened my heart more widely than my eyes.